everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how can you actually control your LED just using your bias. So let's have a look at the demo first. So right now you can see here our light is right now off. So if I try to run the code python main.py, so now let's have a look how it actually works. Light on,
Light on.
light off,
Light off.
light on,
Light on.
light off,
Light off.
exit. So now you can see here it actually exit the program. So in this tutorial we are going to make this one. So let's get started. Before jumping on the code, I want to say one thing, that is, if you are new in my channel, so please do subscribe my channel and must hit the bell icon. And if you already do it, so thank you so much. So now it's time to go on the code. So but before jumping on the code, you need to do some installation which are actually required for this project. So you need to install Python on a local machine, and also you need to have an editor. So in this case, I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. Okay, so and now it's time to actually install the library. Which library is required for that? So there are two libraries actually required. First one is the Py2DSX3 and another one is the speech recognition. So let's install it here. So let's type here pip install, and the library name is nothing but Py2DSX3. Okay, this one, this library. So you can see here requirement already satisfied. That means it's already installed in my system. So I'm going to install the another library called speech recognition. So speech recognition. So see, you can see here speech recognition, S is capital and also R is capital. But how when we actually import that, all the letters should be in a lowercase, and also there should be a dash. When you do the coding part, you can also see here. So you can see here requirement already satisfied, but it will sometime it will give you error. The error is nothing but the PyAudio error. When you actually install this Py2DSX3 and also the speech recognition, you need to also install a library called PyAudio. But when you actually install this library using your pip, sometimes it will give you error. So this time we are going to use unofficial binary file, that's mean WHEL file, to install this. So just go on your favorite browser. So in my case is Firefox, and type your unofficial binary file. Okay, so go to this first link. Okay, so now you can see your unofficial binary file for Python extension. So Control F, find something from here. So let's say PyAudio. So you can see your PyAudio is here. So just click on here. So now you can see here there's some version is actually here. So what will be the Python version for me? So my Python version is nothing about 3.8.5. If you wanted to check it out, so just open a command prompt and type here Python. So you can see here Python nothing but 3.8.5. Okay, so I'm going to install the 3.8.5 version. So now you can see here 3.8, this one, and AMD 64. That means I'm using 64-bit machine. Just click on here and it will download this full file on your machines. So you can see here download it. So I'm going to click here to download that. So now it's time to actually install this PyAudio. So I downloaded this file on my document folder. So I'm going to rename it and copy it from here and go to here and type cmd and type here pip install and the PyAudio file name .wh. So you can see your requirement already satisfied. So that's means it's already installed. Sometimes when you type here pip install just PyAudio, sometimes it will give you error on your machine. Okay, so it's easy to install. This is the installation process. How can you actually install all the things for setting up your all the things. Okay, so now it's time to jump on our code. So let's get started and jump on our code right now. So now our installation process is done. So now we are going to create a new Python file here. Okay, so just click on here and call main.py. So as you can see here, I already create a folder called LED controller, and on the bracket you can see here bias. This is my folder. So inside this folder, I create a new Python file called main.py. So now I am going to import all the library which actually required on this project. So we are just going to do a program which will actually help us to take the speech using our microphone, then it will give a text. Okay, so let's say import Py2DSX3, and also you're going to import the speech recognition as SR. Okay, that's mean the two library we actually install it before. So that's why we are going to import it. Okay, so now we need to create an engine. So which engine? This engine actually help us to take the biases and convert this bias in a space. No, sorry, in a text. Okay, so let's first actually make our engine using our pyttx. So pyttsx3 dot init. That means first we have to actually initialize our engine. So our engine, it take an argument called driver name. So our driver name is initially sappy5. That means this is a male bias. So let's put in the variable called engine. That means this is our nothing but engine. So our engine initialization is done. Now we need to set the property on our engine. But before, we also get the property of the engine. Okay, so what actually I am talking about here? So engine, that means this engine dot get property. So our property is nothing but our bias. That means our own bias. So it is nothing but our own biases. Okay, biases. And now we need to set here the biases here. Okay, so let's say put in the variable called biases. This is our nothing but the getting property. Now we can set the property on our bias. Okay, so here on engine, so engine dot set property, and the property name is our nothing but biases. Okay, and the value is nothing but is coming from here, is coming from biases. Okay, so biases, and id is nothing but zeroth index dot id. This is our value. That's mean this is our driver value. You can see your sappy5. You can also use female bias here based on your driver id. Okay, so now it is time to define a function which actually help us to speak the text. So def speak, and inside this it take a parameter called text. Okay, and finally using our engine we are going to say that please help me to see this text which actually coming from the speak, that's the speak function. Then finally we are going to say that run and wait. Okay, easy. Now it's time to call the function and test it out, it work fine or not. So let's say hello, I am Chandodar. Save it and run the code here. Run Python code on terminal.
Hello, I am Chandodar.
Yeah, you heard hello, I am Chandodar and a male bias. Okay, so our process is done. So now it's time to actually define a function which actually help us to take the command using our microphone. So let's define a function called take command. Okay, so it will take the command using our microphone. So before taking the command using our microphone, we need to actually recognize the bias. So let's say answer dot recognizer. So let's put in the variable called r. Simple. Okay, then we are going to actually get the biases using our microphone. So let's say with answer dot microphone, okay, as source. That means our source is nothing but our coming from our microphone. So this is nothing but our audio. So now we need to actually listen the audio here. Okay, so we are going to listen the audio using our recognizer. So listen, inside it you need to put here the source. So let's put in the variable called audio. That's when we actually get the audio. So now it's time to recognize our audio is the English language or Hindi or Bangla. So this time we are just using English. So let's say r dot recognize Bing or Google. Bing also a search engine and Google also a search engine, you know. So it take the parameter called audio data. So our audio data is nothing but audio. Okay, and the language is nothing but the English. So you can also use US, and this time I'm just using India because I am from Bangladesh, but actually we actually speak English in Indian. That means our pronunciation is like Indian. Okay, so it actually requires the internet connection. If you don't have internet connection, definitely it will give you error. So that's why you need to actually create a try and except block. Okay, so let's say try, and you need to also put here on this bracket sign, and also you need to create an except block, and it will take the exception as e, and finally when it will give take an exception, and we say let's say try again. Okay, this exception should be if you don't have any microphone or this should be internet connection problem, it will definitely give you this kind of error. Okay, so now let's put in the variable called query. So our query is nothing but our, that's mean why query, actually it actually recognize the audio, and now it's audio data, and Google are actually help us to actually classify the audio in a text format. So this is nothing but our query. So now we can actually print something here, and actually it's called this microphone, and we say listening. Okay, and when it will go here, it is the recognize part, so you can say it will recognize it. Let's say nice. Okay, this is cool. Okay, so you can see here our work is done, but when actually it will give you the exception, we need to return something here. Okay, otherwise it will show you some kind of error. You can pass any kind of string here, but this time I'm just pass here none, and finally you're going to return the query here. Okay, so our process is done. So now we need to actually call this function out here. So let's say if name, okay, sorry, name equal main. Okay, this one main, and we need to actually call this function in infinite time. As you see before in the demo, it will actually call the function infinite time. That's when user are able to give their command in infinite time. So we need to also call here. So let's say take command dot lure. That's when we call the function, and now we need to pass this command on the while true loop. That's in infinite loop. So now it will take the command in an infinite way. So let's put in the variable called query. Okay, sorry, let's say use small letter query. So query equal take command dot lure. So if our query is actually consisting the word called light on or light off or exit, it will do something here. So if the light is on our query, so in query, so we are going to say that we're going to print something on the screen that is light on. And we can also call our speak function. We actually do it before speak. We can also call it here. Okay, so let's call it out speak, and let's say this one light on. Simple. Okay, and when our actually query is consisting the word called light off in query, then we can say that light is off. Simple. So we're going to print that light off. Light off. Simple. And you can also call the speak function here. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. I'm so lazy. Control C and Control B. Okay, and you can do something styling here, no problem, it's up to you. Okay, let's do it here, otherwise off will be angry. And let's do the same thing for exit. If the query is actually consisting the word called exit in query, then we're going to break the loop. Simple. Okay, so now we can call the function in infinite time, and we also check it out if our query is consisting the word called light on, light off, or exit, then we do something here. So let's save it and run the code. Light on.
Light on.
Light off.
Light off.
Exit. Yeah, so you can see your light on, light off, and exit. So our actual query is working fine. Okay, so now we need to actually connect this code on our Arduino. So how can you actually do that, and what's the logic behind that? So when we say light on, we pass the value from the light on. That's mean this light on query. That's mean this statement pass the value as 1. When we take the value as 1, we are going to actually on the LED, and when we take the command as 0, that's mean the value as 0, then it's a light should be off. Simple. Okay, so that's why you need to actually doing the coding part. So if you wanted to actually connect your Arduino board to your Python code, you need to install a library called py-firmata. So let's open your command prompt here and type here pip install py-firmata. Okay, sorry, firmata. Simple. So you can see your requirement already satisfied. That's means it already installed in my system. Okay, So if you miss my previous video, this one actually for LED controller using our hand gas store, if you miss it out, so please check it out, because in this video I actually discuss about all the things in briefly. How can you connect your Arduino board, how can you connect your LED, how can you install driver, and all the things very clearly on the video. Then come on here and it will be easy for you to actually understand all the code here. So I'm going to click here to create new Python file called controller, because we need to actually control this Python file to our Arduino board. So let's say make it out controller.py. Okay, so I'm going to import pyfirmata. So now pyfirmata, and also I'm going to initialize the COM port. So our COM port is nothing but our COM file. So this is nothing but our Arduino COM port. So now what we need to do, we need to actually connect our pyfirmata to our Arduino using our COM port. So our COM port is nothing but this one, and let's put in a variable called board. So our all LED is actually connected on our board. That's in our breadboards. So we are going to actually get the pin number from here. You can see here one picture is appear on here, and you can see here there is some pin number called 13, 12, 11, 10, 9 like that. Due to actually connected the wire and also the LED, you can see here now we are going to initialize and get the pin number. So let's say LED number 1 is connected on pin number 13. So board.getPin. So this pin number is nothing but our output pin. So D:13:O. This is nothing but our O output pin. Sorry for the bad sound, because this sound in for my favorite pigeon. Okay. So LED2 equal to board.getPin, and the pin number of the LED2 is nothing but 12. Okay, so please check the previous video. It will be easy for you to understand the code in easily. Okay, so I'm not going to actually discuss about the very here, because otherwise tutorial should be very long, and even though my watch time is so low, so please check the video and watch the video till end. Don't download the video from here. Okay, and there should be a password on the actual code. That's been how you actually grab the code from the GitHub. There should be a password, and the password name is Arduino controller. Okay, so let's say def LED. Okay, and the Arduino controller, all the actually they don't have any space. All the code or all the word, I mean all the what do you call, all the character in the lowercase letter, and you can also get the. And you can also see here appear here the password on a title text. Okay, so it will take the one value, and this time we will just go here and call the pass. Okay, simple. So now we are going to call the function from here. So import controller as CNT. Okay, so now we are going to pass the value from this main.py file. So let's go down here and let's pass it here, cnt.led, and you're going to pass the value is 1. That's 1 means all the LEDs on. Simple. And now we say that cnt dot simple LED, this function 0. That's mean all the LEDs are simple. So now we need to check that our value is 1 or not. So val equal to 1. If the value is 1, so you say that LED number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is on. Simple. Dot write 1. So you need to do the same thing for all the 5 LEDs. Simple, simple, simple. You know, coding is simple. Just copy paste. Okay, 3 and the 4 and the 5. Simple. So if the value is 0, if the val equal 0, so what should be? All the number is 0. Simple. That's mean all the LEDs off. Okay, let's format it out here. Let's say 0. This one also 0. This one also 0. This one also be 0. And this one also be 0. Simple. So our code is done. Our controller is also done. Our main file is also done. So now we need to go on our Arduino board and check it out. And we need to actually upload the standard firmware on our Arduino board and also connect the Arduino board. Then check it out. Our code is work fine or not. Simple. Go here. So now our Arduino IDE is opened. Make sure that you install the Arduino IDE on your local machine. So you can see your Arduino COM5. So you can see here we already discussed about that. COM4 is nothing but COM5. So in your case, it should be COM3. Okay, no problem. So now we need to actually upload the standard firmware code. So before actually uploading the code, you need to also connect your Arduino board. So this time I'm going to connect that. Yeah, sound. our Arduino is connected. So I'm going to click here to upload the code. So you can see here compiling the sketch, and it will uploading the code, uploading, done uploading. So our code uploading is done. But why? It's not like that. Just go on here. It's already done by me. Go on here and go to the firmware and the standard firmware. This is the right way. Okay, open, and this is the standard firmware code, and simple click here. Don't upload the door like that I do before. You need to actually do the standard firmware. Okay, so now you can see here uploading the code. So you need to do the same thing here. I'm not actually talking about this type of code. Okay, now you can see a done uploading. That's when our code is uploading done. So you can see a standard firmware. This firmware is nothing but our library we actually used on our Python code. So our code upload is done. Now it's time to check that our code is actually work fine or not. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so now it's time to run the code here. Okay, so I'm going to open my Droid cam here. Okay, so let's open it out. Okay, in error, digital pin 30 is already taken for config. Okay, so let's check it out. What actually missing here? Oh shit, so it should be the 11. It should be the 10. Sorry for my bad, it's mistake here, and it should be the 9. Okay, so it's also save it out here. Save it. Actually missed it here, so all are okay. Sorry for that. And let's save it and run the code again and check it out it works fine or not. Okay, so I'm going to open my Droid cam here. Light on.
Light on.
Light off.
Light off.
Light on.
Light on.
Light off. Light off.
Light off.
Exit. So you can see here it worked fine and worked awesomely. Okay, so this is the tutorial. Hope you will enjoy this tutorial, and make sure to subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon for never miss any update. Thank you so much, and bye bye.